Hi, my name is Daniel. I am in the trucking industry. I work for Fort White Low Bedding. It's owned by Human Road Construction. I got into this career by not necessarily being in the trucking area. I started off when I was 14, 15, working in a kitchen, and then moved to a line cook, and then after that I worked out west pipelining, and came back, got my license, and ever since been truck driving. The parts that I enjoy most about this job are being on the road, just seeing different scenery every day. You're always going somewhere new, and also with the, always different piece of equipment. You get to try different things, and you're older, newer, always something different with machinery, and get to, sometimes it's a bit of a experience even loading some of the things, because it doesn't always want to go on the first try, but you get it on and you get to go on to the next thing. I could say the hardest part of the job is dealing with weather conditions. You always can change 5 minutes from the previous part. You can be going through a snowstorm, be raining, freeze, and dealing with icy roads. So it's you always have to be precautionary with the roads, and even when you're loading in those cases with the icy conditions, you gotta be extra careful going onto the trailer and making sure you don't fall off, or if you need to have a spotter to guide you on, then you have to do so. The top 3 skills for me to do my job well would be first and foremost, you need your Class 1 driver's license, and second, you need experience in the field that you're doing, like low bedding. You need to be familiar with equipment and chaining down, and then third, safety concerns and cautions. You got to be aware of what you're loading and the areas around your loading within. The tools that I use in my job are inside the cab is my logbook, daily logbook. You fill out starting with your mileage and your daily pre-trip that you spend about half an hour just going through the truck, checking on things and making sure there's no damages or all lights are working and whatnot. We also have a bunk that we use to sleep overnight in if we're far away from the town and can't make it back in time. I'd like to show you my truck. It's the front. You open up the hood, check the oil levels, and anything else regarding that. The cab, it's where I sit. It's where I spend many hours listening to music and watching the road. It's my bunk. It's my headache rack where we keep all our chains, binders, and tie downs. This is the trailer. It's our air hoses and hydraulic lines where we hook up. It powers the trailer with lights and air for the brakes. So forth, the trailer where we load the equipment, the deck space that we use to tie down objects. It doesn't have to always be machines, but and we also have signs for over width, for over dimensional things, and flags and stuff that we put on as well. I'll show you my truck where I can fire it up. It's fired up. You can hear it running. Just put it into the hydraulics, which supplies pressure to the trailer to work the hydraulics, where you typically you'd be straight to, so this is how the trailer sits down, and you pull the hoses off, and then yeah, you'd shut off your pump, pull ahead, drive the grader on, or whatever you're loading, and then rehook your hoses when you're hooked up, and then pick it back up. Come back to the truck, shut the pump off, and yeah, that's just a quick demonstration on how you go about splitting apart the trailer. I've been in this role for almost 4 years. Future-wise, you can always be trucking. You know, you got your license, you always have a job. I really like where I work right now. It's close to home.